Welcome. It's your boy Carcino, and let's talk about the Black Phone. Forget the book. You know why? Because all of these are a bunch of stories that are effing amazing. So if you can get the book, get the book. Because what the book does is tell you a whole more detailed stories. So when you see the film, what's lacking in the film is in this book. Yeah, they could have made this a series. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. That's when you're doing something. Oh, yeah, because this is worth it. It's worth every dime, every nickel, every penny. Now, let's review the movie, though. Speaking on this film, great performance by Ethan Hawke, who plays this weird individual who's going around kidnapping kids in the 1970s. Watching the film and watching the way it looked like I'm watching a film in 1970. It doesn't look like this was a film now and they showing me 1970. It was grainy. It was the 70s. Everything felt like the 1970s. And back then, a child would get abducted and you have cold leads and things would happen right in front of you. And there was no cell phones, no iPhones, no pie in the sky, no eye in the sky, rather, to zoom in and take a look. So you got the feel of the 1970s. Now, when they show these kids, you kind of get to see the kids from their point of view, seeing what's happening with these kids and their life, things they say. One was a baseball star, and these are based around some true events. Then you will see them ride off, and then you will see the black van pull up, and then the picture would just fade to black. And then you would never see what happened. And then you would just see the story that the child is missing. But with very little time, Joe Hill was able to write this out. You had flushed out characters in short periods of time. It made it kind of weird and different, but you started to figure it out and get it in the end. That, okay, this is how it's supposed to go. This is the way it's supposed to be. Oh, it was definitely drawn out because the town, everybody is trying to investigate, but no one's really taking it serious because it's the 1970s and everyone's thinking that's someone else's kid. That's sad, but it's not going to happen to my kid. But in the 70s, kids was unguarded like that. I was 10 years old catching the bus in the 80s. Kids was like, they took the training wheels off and said, go. Now you got an 18-year-old kid who can't go nowhere. They don't even know how to catch the bus if they get lost or a car breakdown. They stuck. Well, for the rest of the world who saw the film, they understood that there were gaps in the film, but they made up for it. They had the jump scares to keep you in tune. And what happens is the main character, one of these kids, get kidnapped. And once he's kidnapped and taken by Ethan Hawke's character, you started to see this is the first time you actually see the actual taking. And then you get to realize like why these kids were taken, and the fight that they put up was very minimal. You see how they were taken, and then you get to see where they're gone. And this black phone is in there that's not plugged in, but it seems to ring, and the kid could hear it. His sister is a clairvoyant, and when she dreams, she gets visions. Her mom used to have the same thing. Same visions. But unlike her mom ended up taking her own life because everyone thought she was crazy and she thought she was going crazy. So that was another dynamic that you got a dad trying to keep it together with his children. He loves his children, but he's also trying to keep them on the narrow, the straight and narrow. Very detailed film. Very detailed film. I give it 3.5 out of 4 stars. The only thing that kept it from being a 4-star movie was the gaps in between and the fact that I was reading this book. Had they put just a little bit more into it, I think they went a little safe to keep a PG-13 rating. Had they just put just a little bit more into it, it could have really jumped off the page. Absolutely. It could have really jumped off the page. The tension is there. You're connected to the characters. You're connected to the moments. You're not going to go look at your phone. You don't want to go to the bathroom. You want to stay connected to what's going on. I honestly felt that way. To be truthful, I honestly felt that way. Oh yeah, extremely eerie. I don't understand. Like some people who didn't like it. I just think it should have been a lot more into that, a little more grit. But even without that, it has so much with the character developments and everything else. It was so drawn in that you were sucked into the action. You were sucked into all of it. So I liked it. But as promised, y'all will get the movie Uncharted here for free. First come, first serve. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Booyah. Whoever downloads the code first and use it, you have the movie Uncharted with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. Have it for free on me. You're welcome. Thank you for watching the review. Well, yeah, the movie was good, but if you played the video game, then you would understand it a lot more than what's out there right now. But let's say you never watched the video game and you watch the movie, you'll enjoy it. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed the film. Tell me what you thought in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the page, and I'm out.